Our path leads on.
Make every strike count!
I won't let you hurt my friends!
Did you see that?
I'll hit you!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel!
Your pain is my pleasure. The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Strike as one!
I'll cut you wide open!
Hold on, just a little more. Attack! We shall overcome!
That fight was ridiculously close to eternal death for all of us. Oh dear. Soon we will run out of health potions. I'm going to continue this. Okay, he needs a health potion. All of them need.
I will guide us. Let us press on.
The young mongrel looks around in every direction, but up. Maybe we should go back? This place isn't for us, it's too open. The enemy could come from anywhere, and the air is weird. Why does it keep moving so fast? Another mongrel stares straight ahead, gripping his blade in a trembling fist. No. Not one step back. This is our test. Don't look at anything but the target. During the encounter with Hosiller and the demon Savemelech, you resisted the blood rage and awakened the light of heaven inside you. So you made it. Good to see you all. How's old Sal doing? The ruler of Nithelholm village and chief of the Mongol tribe that lives in the caves beneath Kinabris. Still waiting and drinking? Well, don't worry, he'll make his mind up soon. You won't be hanging about underground for much longer. Right now, we need everyone who can hold a weapon. I have a plan. Go back below ground and wait at the shield maze exit. We'll get the beasts at both ends. Go back? Well, if you're sure, of course we're going an ambush. Good idea. Yes, I understand. We'll attack from below as soon as we hear the fighting start. The young ones are holding up well, but will they be able to fight out in the open? Even I struggle with that. I hope we did the right thing. We are the Crusaders of the Underground. We will fight like our forebears did. Okay.
We march ahead.
So we have a couple areas still to explore. Climb up, yes. There's an area haven't dived into yet. And there was an area somewhere. Ramian, my beloved brother, I admire your zeal, of course, but would you not agree this is hardly the time to be standing guard over a hole that no one will ever emerge from? Or perhaps you're concerned that someone will decide to go for a nighttime stroll and will accidentally fall in. Such foresight is laudable, but do you really need so many soldiers for such a task? Can't your warriors be put to better use? For instance, fighting demons, or clearing rubble? Or the people trapped beneath it might still be alive. Still, the demons still haven't entirely broken through the defenses of Kenabres, but time is running out. The face of this golden cold Arsimar is beautiful, even by the standards of his kind, in whose veins run the blood of angels. His melodious voice sounds cheerful, but bitter reproach simmers in his gaze. Don't you dare call me brother, heretic! Ulrun, oh, that douche. The signs of recent hard fighting are obvious in this stern old man. His armor is dented and covered in blood, and his unnatural pallor suggests something more dangerous than wounds inflicted by claws and fangs. Nevertheless, his gaze is stony, and his voice, accustomed to barking orders, is harsh and clipped. How dare you accuse me of doing nothing to protect this city? Especially now, when followers of your temple were caught committing treason. To my mind, you are no different than the demon worshippers, those miscreants, those beasts that are digging under the city walls. Ramian, everyone knows, my dearest prelate, that in your zealous pursuit of order in the city, you have long since forgotten how to tell friend from foe, and good from evil. That's what happened with my adepts, whose act of treason was a genuine attempt to save the city. And yet again, I am forced to repeat myself. While we are wasting time on pointless quarrels, people are dying under the rubble in our city. People whom we could have saved, if you had only set your soldiers to the task, and not kept them here, surrounding a useless and utterly harmless hole in the ground, where lived a hobbit. Harmless? Harmless? Well, if it's on your say-so, and that must mean there's something down there, or someone. Your associates, no doubt, huh? And they're just waiting for us to abandon our posts before they slink out and try again to... And you, I remember you. You appeared in my city the day the demons attacked and Terendelev died. What are you doing here? Answer at once, or I'll have you strung up by your ankles before you know it. Don't think that the demons have wounded me. I still have enough strength to take on 100 of your sort. And what is this hideous creature? Ulrun peers at Lan with suspicion. Lan, at your service. The mongrel ducks his head in a bow. My forebears fought in the first crusade. I've lived in Kenabres my whole life. You haven't ever seen me before, huh? Well, it must be because you don't ever venture into our underground district. We have been meaning to complain to the city authorities that our paving stones have been in need of repair for a long time. The First Crusade? So, you're a mongrel? Well, you obviously know human speech surprisingly well, in fact. Alright, let's be off with you. the prelate looks at you. If he causes any trouble, I shall hold you responsible. Come to think of, you still haven't told me who you are. I'm a Crusader. I'm fighting to liberate Canabres from the demons. A Crusader, you say, huh? I'll be looking into that. You obviously don't know to whom you are speaking. I am the one who decides who's a Crusader and who's a traitor in this city. Ulrun Shapak, Prelate of Canabres, by the grace of Her Majesty Queen Galfrey, and the city's defender against threats from within and without. And, Ramian notes, as we can see, you've done a sterling job protecting the city. You've done a magnificent job. The golden cold Asimar flashes a flinty smile. I am Ramian of Edme, prior of the Temple of Desna, which, alas, currently lies in ruins. Wise Hulrun here believes it is vital to guard this hole in the ground, from which he is certain demons will emerge at any moment. I've been trying to convince him that the city has far more urgent matters to deal with, like real demons already in the city, destroying lives. And, of course, for instance, rescuing those currently dying under the rubble. Ulrun, you know what? There may in fact be one matter that is more important than guarding this hole. I've put it off, and look where it's led us. I should have had you hung from the gates back when you dared to defend your gang of delinquent demon collaborators. If the Sarkorians had hanged Arielu Vorlesh, while they had the chance, there would never have been a war. I won't repeat their mistake. I won't hesitate any longer. Soldiers, seize this scum. Sarkoris. The lost Kelid realm of Sarkoris was a savage land of fiercely painted warriors, shamans and druids, established in 3672. A few years before the prophesied return of Odin, stirrings of demonic cults began there. Sarkoris' strange mystics made grim predictions of the nation's fall. However, the people were mostly confident that Odin's return would directly lead to a final end of these cults. Unfortunately, the mystics were proven correct. The death of Odin in 4606, that's almost a millennia later, saw the appearance of the World Wound, a gaping gateway to the abyss in the heart of Sarkoris. The nearby city of Iz was the first to fall to demonic forces. That was the city where this Arielu Vorlesh was, well, held. At first, it seemed that there still was a chance to stop the invasion, but in 4638, the World Wound abruptly expanded. The rest of the clan holds soon fell. The very land became warped and twisted, and demons continued to spoo forth from the World Wound. The Church of Yomide declared the Mendevian Crusades in order to drive back the demons. However, whilst they have been somewhat successful in containing the threat, Sarkoris itself remains firmly under demonic control. Prelate, see reason. These are frightening times, but threatening to hang someone without trial, that is unworthy of a servant of Yomide. The old man fixes his eyes on Zela. Lest you forget, girl, we may serve the same goddess, but you are not an inquisitor. Don't question the way I choose to serve Yomide, and I won't question yours. Reveal the light of heaven. Behold, Inquisitor, I bear the gift of an angel who died in the caves below Kinabres. I am no enemy of yours. The old man frowns and whispers something. A prayer or a spell? With each word, his face relaxes. You are telling the truth. The light in your hand was wrought by the power of heaven. I will keep an eye, an open mind with regard to you, stranger. And later, under less fractious circumstances, I would like to ask you about how you came to receive this gift. But that can wait. Now, I must deal with this filth once and for all. What precisely are you accusing Ramian of, Inquisitor? Treason. Not long before the city was attacked, several followers from his temple tried to secretly access the wardstone and perform an unknown ritual over it. Hurun is trembling with fury. The wardstone of Kinabres, the gift from Iomiji, the bringer of light, wrought by the hands of her herald, the first in the chain, and followers of that crazy runt of a goddess tried to meddle with it using their magic after hearing a voice in their dreams. My old soldiers almost had them caught. When Ramien got in the way, allowing the traitors to go to ground, I made a mistake. I didn't have him locked in a cell and interrogated within an inch of his life. And now the city lies in ruin. It's time to rectify that mistake. I've told you before, and I'll tell you again. My people foresaw the attack on this city. They knew the wardstone already carried the seed of corruption within itself, and they were simply trying to heal it. I've heard similar claims before. Now, where was it? Ah, yes, from Staunton Vane, the traitor who brought down Dresden. The lesson of the past have taught us a great deal, and that is why I never believed you or your mob's lies even for a second. And I was right. Yes, Staunton Vane is a dwarf crusader. We met him, the demon lady. She tried to seduce him whilst being surrounded by ugly beasts, whose fatal mistake led to the fall of Dresden. In a thrall of the demoness Minago, who appeared to him as a beautiful elf woman, Staunton and his friends took away a powerful artifact that guarded the fortress, the Sword of Valor. Without the artifact's protection, a tide of demons washed over the city, which fell in a great massacre. Staunton survived these events and would have been sentenced to death, but Queen Galfrey, believing him a sincerely mistaken idealist, not a traitor, stepped in and spared his life. Wait, it is lawful to tell... No. I mean, he's obviously not evil. Wait, what? If we want to save the good guy who knew that something was off, we're becoming chaotic? I mean, that's not cool. We need to be lawful for our chosen path. But I don't want to help Hurun murder an innocent person. So all I can do is do nothing. Oh, what is this, reality? Ramian looks at the prelate. You're a fool, Hurun. You're a zealot and a murderer, but you're a fool first and foremost. I told you that the wardstone was weakened. You wouldn't listen. I warned you that the city was going to be attacked. You shooed me away. The truth is that my young adepts were trying to save the Wardstone and you stopped them. Of course, those truly responsible for this tragedy are the demons, but you have done nothing to prevent it. And now you would still rather kill an innocent person and perish yourself and admit that you were wrong, As always, with a wave of his wand, the Arsimar vanishes. He fled! The heretic! He's no doubt expecting me to rush off in pursuit, but that won't work on me. Rune turns his attention to you. What about you? If you truly have been marked out for a gift from heaven, this is your chance to save the city. Go and bring back that filthy traitor. I was certain that he and his cronies were helping the demons, either knowingly or unknowingly. Their attempt to bewitch the Wardstone is clear proof. Ramian must be captured. I see you suffered greatly in battle. Nonsense. Feud of the faithful. I had to deal with a brood of Nabassos. I would not have it was nothing. I've taken on worse enemies with the goddess's help. Succeeded knowledge arcana check. Nabassus, also known as death demons, have the ability to drain their victim's life force. Judging by Hulun's pallor, he has lost a significant amount of his energy. The Inquisitor can bluster as much as he wants, but right now he's far from the peak of his abilities. Why are you obsessed with finding enemies everywhere you look? Why? Why? You must not be from these parts, or you wouldn't have asked such a question. I look for enemies everywhere because our enemies are everywhere. Who are we at war with? Demons? Demons and cultists. They are masters of deception. They worm their way into your favor and masquerade in all manner of false guises. Do you think Dresden was taken by force? No, by trickery. Were it not for me, Canabris would have gone the same way long ago. Captured out from under our noses. Well, it is now captured. Now listen to what I'm about to tell you. I am the head Inquisitor. My word is absolute. This was a long time ago. I was very young then, even younger than you are now, and I just joined the Crusade. I was already extraordinary, but never mind. But back then, Canabris didn't have a garrison so much as a public thoroughfare. Anyone who wanted could just stroll into the city, like me. One day at dawn, a group of refugees came up to the city gates, bold as brass. The guards, fogging idiots, they let them in. And why not? For no one was ever turned away. It was no matter. Everyone was welcome in our city. If you came from Mendev, or if you'd hauled yourself here from across the sea and stars. The Crusade, they accepted all and sundry. But on this occasion, we paid dearly for our laxity. Just as soon as those innocent lambs entered the city, they transformed into demons and rushed toward the Wardstone, slaughtering everyone who tried to stop them. 62 people died in less than a minute. The demons used their mutilated corpses to desecrate the obelisk. None of them dared to go near it. The light of the goddess burned them all, so they threw the blood from afar, spattering the Wardstone from every direction, and the lead demon, an eyeless beast, Minago is her name, jeered and gloated, saying we mortals had been sitting ducks. And the creature was right, too. We let our guard down, and we got what we deserved. That bloodbath came to be known as the Red Morning Massacre, and it was burned into townsfolk's memories. Since then, Kenabres has adopted different practices. Heretics, cultists, spies, all the rabble who coveted Aredlu's glory. We drove them all out of the city. We haven't had any trouble here since. Many have come here. Even the Baylor Karamzadeh. And they have all been sent straight back to where they came from. Or else they were killed for their trouble. Karamzadeh, world wound strategist. The Baylor Karamzadeh is one of Deskari's most powerful generals, but his personal might is not the only reason why he poses such a threat in combat. They call him the World Wound Strategist, for he is the shrewdest general among demonkind. Not too long ago, he oversaw one of the most successful assaults on Kenabres, and nearly destroyed the Wardstone, an achievement that only Lord Deskari himself was able to claim in the end. You see, Deskari himself had to crawl out the abyss and come here, the goddess curse him, in order to break through our defenses. And what did he do? He left again. And we are still fighting. Now that is what vigilance and discipline can do. Aramian really warned you about the attack? Wait, what? Those crazed Desnans were always bursting into my study with their incoherent prophecies that came to them in their dreams. I won't lie. Sometimes what they said did come to pass, but can we really rely on the woolly dreams of heretics or the cold hard facts of intelligence reports? Yes, they were right. The city is destroyed. You're a delusional idiot. Plenty of demons could have easily fooled them and whispered a treasonous plan in their dreams, and those lunatics would have been only too happy to listen. There's nothing dangerous in this hole. You have no reason to guard it. You told me yourself that you received a light-bringing gift from an angel who perished in the caves below our feet. It is no secret that those passages are teeming with dangerous creatures that could kill anyone. Even a warrior of heaven, demons and demonic offspring love roaming about underground. That's why I will keep an eye on this hole. If the beasts decide to attack from here, we'll be ready for them. Where can I find Aramian? How should I know? The weasel can't have gone far. He turned invisible. He's probably hunkered down in some hole, like the treacherous little rat he is. And he'll be sitting trembling and waiting till he's dragged out of there. I'm sure. Okay. I have to go. Go on then, if you have to. It would be good if you could return with the head of that scum. Ember peers intently at Hulrun. I remember you. When Father and I arrived in this city, you met us. What is this gibberish? As if I have nothing better to do than to arrange a meeting with vagrants. But it's true. You and the other knights tied us to stakes and started lighting the bonfire. Father died, and then one of your knights changed his mind and pulled me from the flames, but then he died too. Don't you remember? If you were burned, then it was with good reason. You say some traitor helped you escape from the fire. That is a crime in itself, which means that you have been evading justice all these years. If it weren't for the invasion, I would review your case and see that your sentence was finally fulfilled. You're lucky. And we have more important matters to deal with right now, like staring in a cave. Okay. He didn't look the way he does now, all wrinkled and grey. He was young with a big mustache. Amber smiles broadly and draws a large bushy mustache in the air with her finger. He probably forgot all about me. It was a long time ago, but I do want to say one thing. I'm not cross with him. This knight is a true hero. He just really, really wanted to protect his city. Only he got all mixed up about who was good and who was evil. Huldun, you sent an innocent child to be burned at the stake. Don't you want to ask for forgiveness? Hardly anyone can look innocent. How did this girl manage to survive the fire? She's clearly a witch. And what about that crow that's always flying around her? I advise you to take a closer look at this innocent little lamb of yours. If you ask me, she looks highly suspicious indeed. Ember, you forgive him after what he did to you? He thought he was doing what was right. How do you know? Maybe you've done something, thinking it was a good thing, but you were really doing a bad thing that hurts someone. But what if I've done the same thing? You can't get angry at people for making mistakes when you might be no better than them. Amber, please stop talking nonsense. Amber obediently puts her hand over her mouth. What? No. Wait, what? Okay, so a chance to punish him. Now gone.
Did we find trouble?
The spirits demand your blood.
Do not hold back.
I think I can push through this.
Your character Amber was attacked while they're flat-footed. If creatures flat-footed, when it doesn't expect an attack. In this state, it loses the dexterity bonus to AC and becomes vulnerable to sneak attacks. During the first round of every combat, every creature is flat-footed until it has its turn to act according to its initiative. The creature is also treated as flat-footed when it can't see an enemy. Blinded, invisible. Blah blah, okay. We need to heal her. Or she's going to cha-cha-cha. 1, 2, 3, 4, another one. Bites the dust. Okay.
You won't stop.
Can we loot anything? No, okay.
I can do this. I will fight. Surrender or else.
Did we step on their toes as well? You won't survive me.
Oh, gee. Oh, wait. Don't move, tried. Ah, okay, we read that already. Okay, never mind. I was afraid for a moment that I would have to read 1,000 words again, but no, no.
Godspeed. Let us press on.
I'm tempted to end the episode, but I don't want that right now. We're just going to get to the area that we haven't yet discovered, and then we're going to... Ah, there you are! Okay. So this is going to take a second. Yeah, okay, so we're going to end this episode. We will have another episode in the market square then. Okay.